bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
And welcome back to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Swat, and we have two guests this segment. Let me introduce first Michelle Gahee, who is director of what's called the Equity Scholarship Campaign at the University of California, which is really run by the University of California Alumni Association, and Tajai Britten, who is a first-year student, freshman at the university in Berkeley. And we're going to talk about really finances and helping those students who really need some assistance. As you know, the University of California in Berkeley, considered one of the top, most prestigious universities in the world, clearly the top public university in this country, and yet a lot of students are being frozen out because of severe budget cuts, and fees continue to rise. They've gone up 11-fold since 1980 and are continuing to go up. So there is some difficulty, isn't there?
There's a lot of difficulty among the students there, and financial support and financial aid at the university. And at the California Alumni Association, our board of directors were looking for ways to address this issue and also support the diversity initiatives that the chancellor has at the university. And because we're a separate organization, what they decided to do was institute this equity scholarship campaign, which benefits kids who are underrepresented minorities, which include African Americans, Chicano, Latino, Native American students, whose numbers are incredibly low at the university at this point, our premier university in California. And also these kids come from what we call working families, basic working and middle class families who just can't afford $26,000 a year for tuition. And they sort of get frozen out of the Pell Grants and other things for low income students. So all of our scholars are admitted completely on their own merit. They compete just with everybody else, and once they get in, we help close that gap because these students are so talented in California that we're competing with Harvard and Yale and universities with huge endowments who can give them a free ride. So we want them to come to Berkeley. We want to take that financial decision to come to Berkeley out of the decision they make. And this scholarship grants $20,000 over a 4-year period that they're there, and it really closes that gap where they can afford to come here and they can do work study, and parents can afford the $2,000 or $3,000 that may have to pay.
So we should stress that these students tend to come from families in the $20,000 to $40,000 a year income.
Well, our average income this year for 10 equity scholars in our first class was about $48,000. Okay. And so you get in that range where between like 40 and say 80, where it's just financially really impossible to come, and Harvard gives full financial ride basically to students who parents make up over $100,000. And
I know Stanford is making a big pitch
right,
also.
Right.
And we need to stress, because the university is a public university, these funds are coming from alums.
These funds are coming completely from alumni. This is not a university-sponsored scholarship. It's completely fundraised by the California Alumni Association, which I emphasize is a separate organization.
Right.
So these are self-supported.
So the first class is this fall.
Yeah.
And
we have our first 10 scholars in this fall, our inaugural class of equity scholars.
And congratulations to Tajai. You are an equity scholar. What does it mean to you?
It means that I can go to the best public university in the United States. I mean, when I was first accepted, the money wasn't entirely there. But once I got the letter from the Cal Alumni Association saying that I got the scholarship, we were very excited and grateful that I'd have this opportunity.
And I understand you're pre-med?
Yes, hoping to go to UCSF and get a job at the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia.
And save some lives.
And save some lives.
All right, so this program means a great deal to you, doesn't it?
It does, definitely. I don't know if I'd be at Berkeley without it.
All right. Michelle, very briefly, we're almost out of time. This is not being done on other campuses yet, only Berkeley.
Only Berkeley student, and Berkeley, actually, of all the UC campuses, is the only one that has a separate alumni association that is a 501c3 organization, so we can do this.
All right. Well, great. Well, we're out of time, but thanks to both of you for coming in and talking about this brand new program that seems to be moving forward at a great clip. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We hope to see you next time.